This Area 51 nonsense that's going on in Nevada right now is very interesting because a lot of people are making fun of it, saying it's a joke. It's a bit of a laugh, which is for some people. Others are saying that it's dangerous. The U.S. military are going to machine gun them down and this kind of thing. I would like to add my piece to the mix, ingredient to the mix. The US military and the US government are absolutely loving it. Why? Well, the same reason they love when you watch Ancient Aliens. They want you so much to believe that it's almost like government statism titillation. Imagine the government dressing up in lingerie. Imagine the government was a sexy woman that was dressed up in lingerie, right? And it was like, ooh, you can have this. You're not going to see what's under here, though. You're not going to get access to this. Well, that's what Area 51 is. There is absolutely no aliens in Area 51. There's no alien technology. There's no alien anything. The aliens have never visited. There's no proof that aliens have ever visited this planet directly and landed and things like that. And that's why the US Navy is giving you all these shots of the planes chasing lights. Remember, they're lights. It's only in your mind that's been placed in there by the media that you're seeing alien spaceships. They have wanted you so much to believe this alien technology from day one because it's a fantastic psyop. A fantastic psyop. That's a great way of hiding secret technology. It's also a way of making people believe that they have alien. This is what it really started from in Roswell, when Americans were all traumatized when the Russians detonated a hydrogen bomb, that they had to make the Americans believe they had spaceman technology, and that's what Hollywood made all these aliens visiting America, like the day the earth stood still. Where does the alien visit? The White House. And it's all to believe that the aliens are on your side. That's all about. So all these people who believe this alien technology in there have all been suckered to worship at the altar of statism. That's what that is. The belief in the state. The state has the absolute answers. It's one of the most telling things about people who believe in aliens and alien visitation to this planet. They'll say things like, they'll always go, you can't trust the government, they're hiding aliens, they're hiding aliens. Look, here's a policeman who said this. Here's a general who said that. Here's a video from the US Navy. I trust all those sources, but not the big one, not their boss. You see, it's been totally played for a sucker here. Totally been played for a sucker. Now, this is going on forever. See, the alien thing replaced the Christianity thing. The belief in salvation by spacemen from other planets replaced the belief in the salvation by Jesus Christ or anything else. That's how you know the United States really is the descendant of Rome, because the Roman imperial structure decided to create this thing called Jesus Christ and Christianity to make people weak, docile, and believe that a sky fairy was coming to save them, eventually judge them and save them. And that was replaced with the aliens and the spaceship. And that's why people say things like, oh, the alien spaceman in the day the earth stood still, he's so much like a Christ figure. Oh, didn't E.T. die, was persecuted and rose from the dead? He's just like Jesus. You see, you're totally played. You're totally played. And you watch shows like Ancient Aliens mocking and degrading your ancestors because they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide the real genius of our ancestors. Instead of saying ancient humans had high technology, they don't want you knowing that, because that kills the whole timeline, the biblical timeline, the Darwinism thing, the whole idea that we're getting smarter. That destroys all that. So aliens did it, spacemen did it, aliens did it, and that's why they're all down at Area 51 going, show us the aliens, show us the aliens. It's turkeys voting for Christmas, really. There is no aliens in there, and the US government are not. They're going, they can't stop us all. The government is just going, no, we have no intention of shooting you. This is what we want. We want you here worshipping at the altar of the false alien gods. We want you worshipping at them, because it means that's just one more thing that gives you external salvation rather than seeking salvation upon this planet in your own life, in the here and now. You're seeking the imaginary. the imaginary salvation. That's what you're seeking. When the aliens, that's why they always associate, you have this now anyone, absolutely, without a doubt, your man Greer is absolutely working for the government. Every so often he shows up and with this whole thing of like, you know, alien this, alien that, and then it always moves off into free energy, even though it always ends up with free energy, and that's another part of it as well. It plays into the whole global warming. We'll be free of oil. It plays into all that. You understand? You're totally played for a sucker. It's quite incredible. But you know, you've been brainwashed. This would have never happened for Christianity. Christianity has made you this way. The belief in that Jesus is going to save me is now aliens are going to save me. Jesus is going to save me with redemption. Aliens are going to save me with free energy. Free energy, Lurleen. That's what that's all about. And another tragedy of this as well, that it's the whole interesting thing of fairy folklore and fairy fate and fairy traditions, which is exactly the same phenomenon as aliens. There are some Christian groups who say that alien spaceships are demons. They're actually ironically closer to the truth than anyone else. It's all part, you see, they're just lights in the sky. The whole thing that you call them spaceships from other planets has been posted in your head by Hollywood and by like the likes of Eric Von Daniken and all this other stuff. It's been put into your head. There's absolutely zero proof anywhere that aliens from other planets visited this planet in spaceship. But there's absolutely enormous proof that there are interdimensional entities and beings that live amongst us. But they don't want you thinking that. There's absolutely enormous evidence that ancient humans were incredibly advanced technologically in terms of building and infrastructure and all kinds of other things. They don't want you to know that. There's plenty of reason for you to save yourself in your own life by not depending on an external salvatory or salvation type concept, but they don't want you doing that. They want you locked into government. You see, that's also another thing too. Government is, who are you lobbying to prove the aliens are real? Government. What does that do to you? You're worshipping you're worshipping and putting yourself subservient to the man. And those ones are down there thinking, we're going to get the truth. No, the only truth you're going to find out, motherfucker, is you're a slave.